Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. I'm going to do a quick review on these Black & Decker shears. Kind of how big they'll cut and how they work and kind of what I think of them. We've had them for a little bit and I'll even compare them to some Fiskars I have. I want to do a review on these Fiskars shears, Hedge Shears, and then these little Pruners. I seem to really like these a lot, and I'm going to even do some comparison with the Black & Decker. Now these aren't a one-for-one comparison, but I'm going to show you kind of how big they cut and some tricks to them. Okay, so we're down in the woods and I'm going to try these out. These work really well. They got some mechanical advantage to them. It says twice as easier, and I know we do some so we can do some pretty thick. So that's about the limit. I was really having to struggle on that one, but it does do them. You know, it does nice cuts on the smaller branches. So now these are kind of meant for bigger. Oh yeah, that's cut really nice. So let's go over here. Yeah, you're getting to the limit. You're getting to the limit on these. It's a little harder, but it did cut it just fine. And I'm saying, now when you get to the bigger ones, you're going to want to go farther into the cut. Okay, now you got to be pretty strong to cut something that big, but it did cut it, and it leaves a nice cut. And I do know that cutting live stuff is easier than dead. Seems like with that liquid, that water in there, it just makes it a little easier to cut. Okay, so we're going to go on to the Fiskars. These do a pretty decent job. These are a little older. They're not quite as sharp as they used to be. But you can go pretty thick on these. Now I don't know if I can go. You really got to cut. So it will cut something that big, but you just really got to use your force. Okay, these are the Black & Decker. Let's start off with small. Yeah, these do a really good job. They seem to have a little more snip to them. A little more mechanical advantage to them. So it's cutting that thickness pretty easy. Yeah, I think I like these a lot. I don't know if it's going to be able to... That's the limit. I can't do anything that big. So let's go over here. I am able to do something that big. So that's the limit. Too big. And then this you can do with one hand. And like I said, it does the small stuff. Seems to do it rather well. These make great pruning shears. And then these are the Black & Decker ones. This is kind of all plasticky. Again, you're going to want to keep it pretty small with these. Just for small branches. One thing I don't like about these is every time your thumb kind of rests there, but when you're cutting, it seems like you inevitably lock them. So you're constantly having to unlock them when you're cutting. That's kind of a little annoying. Okay, so we're back in the shop now, and so granted, these are for like doing bushes and stuff around your landscape. They do a really good job with that, but we mainly find ourselves trimming small tree branches and different things. So I really like these Black & Decker for, they just work really well. And so this is for pruning large branches. These work really well. They got the great lever action. We've had these for a little bit. They've stayed nice and sharp. Same with these. We've had these for a little bit. They stayed nice and sharp. I've never sharpened any of these. So for the smaller ones, the Fiskars, we've had these a really long time. These are a little worn out, but I do prefer the Fiskars over the Black & Decker small ones. But for the medium-sized ones, I'll probably just go to using these. So again, this is Just a Dad. I want to thank you for watching, and would you please like and subscribe?